stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hope you're having a good day. At least better than mine. I'm still depressed. I'm only sharing this trudging together. It's the only place people really watch it anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep it there. You know what? I'll put it in the other two also. All right. I didn't really connect with any of the readings this morning. I usually like to try and connect with something if I'm going to talk on it at least. And it's hard for me to really connect to anything right now. So the thing is that we try. We try. I'm going to do a random reading from the big book today. Go ahead and get that set up. Random number between 164, 137. It's in the family afterward. I'm pretty sure. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm your host. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. I go through a lot of things, but I do everything I can to not give up. I don't want to use this book. I'll wear it out more. Let's just put that book down there so that I don't use it anymore. There we go. That's a good idea. So this shirt I got for Christmas. We did Christmas last night. What was the number? I already forgot. 137. So let's move that over to chat. It's actually in two employers. I'm actually going to go back to, I'm not going to do that page. Like I said, I need to, family afterwards, I can kind of go with right now because my family right now that's keeping me afloat. And sorry, I'm not as quick as I usually am today, but that's just how it is. So, page 133. Book, just stay there. Now about health. The badly burned by alcohol does not often recover overnight, nor do twisted thinking and depression vanish in a twinkling. No shit. We're convinced that spiritual mode of living is the most powerful health restorative. We have recovered from serious drinking or miracles of mental health, but we have seen remarkable transformations in our body. Hardly anyone of our crowd shows any mark of dissipation. Now, that's a physical dissipation that we're talking about, because alcohol can do a lot of bad things to your body. It can do a lot of bad things. And I think I turned the heat up too high because now it's too fucking hot in here. It has to do with my depression. When I get really depressed, I'm cold. I'm like really cold. So I think I turned the heat up way too much. My kids are probably up there panting. So The alcohol can destroy a lot of things in the human body. There's not an area it doesn't touch because that alcohol gets into our blood system and goes around. But luckily for us, a lot of these things are repairable. It depends on how far down the line you went. I have found that there are parts, there's parts of my brain I just can't access. I don't know what it is. So I'm not going to get into that because I don't know what it is, you know. But, you know, yeah, that, you know, it doesn't vanish in a twinkling of an eye. Are we miracles of mental health? I don't feel like one today. I don't feel like a miracle in any sort of way, you know. But, you know, that doesn't mean it's not true. When you go through these things, it's hard to see the reality of things. Yes, the reality of things. So, but this does not mean that we disregard human health measures. God has abundantly supplied this world with fine doctors, psychologists, and practitioners of various kinds. But good luck trying to get to any of them anymore. I mean, I'm glad they're there, but I'm not able to talk, you know, even one place was like, no, you're not allowed to self-pay. I'm like, what the fuck? Can't even do that, huh? Ow. So not big on that right now. But yeah, there's a lot of I mean, if it didn't work, I wouldn't want to be going back, if that makes sense. So it is true. You know, maybe God's saying, Dion, you've had so much fucking therapy. You know, you should know. Yeah. And that's not true. That's just our minds that's just my mind telling me shit. So do not hesitate to take your health problems to such person. Most of them give themselves freely of themselves. No, they don't. That their fellows may enjoy sound mind and bodies. That it doesn't work like that anymore. Maybe if you're friends with some people and, you know, things, but that's a different situation. Try to remember that though God has wrought many miracles among us, we should never belittle a good doctor or psychiatrist. Their services are often indispensable in treating a newcomer and following his case afterward. All right. There's nobody here, so I'm going to go turn down the heat. I'll be back in a second. All right. All right. One of the many doctors who had the opportunity of reading this book in manuscript form told us that the use of sweets was often helpful. Of course, depending upon doctor's advice. Alcohol is like 80% sugar, so you're not just withdrawing from alcohol, you're withdrawing from sugar. So he thought all alcoholics should constantly have chocolate available for its quick energy value, at times fatigue. He had that occasionally in the night a vague craving arose, which would be satisfied by candy. Many of us have noticed a tendency to eat sweets and have found this practice beneficial. I'm going to skip the next one because I don't feel like talking about sex. So the alcoholic may find it hard to reestablish friendly relations with his children. Their young minds were impressionable while he was drinking. Without saying so, they may cordially hate him for what he has done to them and to their mother. The children are sometimes dominated by pathetic hardness and cynicism. They cannot seem to forgive and forget. This may hang on for months, long after their mother has accepted dad's new way of living and thinking. It takes years. It took years. It didn't take months. So, in the time they will see that he is a new man, but it does happen if you work for it. Right? It may be different for you. It might be months, but my experience was years. Okay. It's just, there was a lot of anger, man. A lot of anger that had to be done, had to be taken care of. In time they will see as a new man in their own way will let him know it. When this happens, they can be invited to join in morning meditation, and then they can take part in the daily discussion without rancor or bias. From that point on, progress will be rapid. Marvelous results will often follow such a reunion. You know, I didn't even bother asking my kids because they're going to say no. And I talk to God alone, and you're going to have to find your own God. I'm sorry, but I meditate by myself. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know. Whether family goes on a spiritual basis or not, the alcoholic member has to, if he would recover. The others may be convinced of his new status beyond shadow of a doubt. Seeing is believing to most families who have lived with the drinker. Now, I'm not trying to be cynical. I'm just trying to be realistic here. Okay, because things have changed in this world. So, here's a case in point. One of our friends is a heavy smoker and coffee drinker. There was no doubt he overindulged. Seeing this and meaning to be helpful, his wife commenced to admonish him about it. He admitted he was overdoing these things, but frankly said that he was not ready to stop. His wife is one of those persons who really feels there is something rather sinful about these commodities, so she nagged, and her tolerance finally threw him into a fit of anger. He got drunk. That's not on her. That's on him. Okay? Let's take responsibility for our stuff. Okay? You don't need to tolerate being nagged and this other shit. So, just don't. My wife doesn't nag me. She's never nagged me. And I don't like the word in and of itself anyway. Of course our friend was wrong, dead wrong. See, okay, good. I'm glad we got there. Because I didn't agree with that. Nobody made me drink. But incessant you think you can't hurt other people with words? Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Absolutely. Our friend was wrong. He was dead wrong. He had to painfully admit that and amend his spiritual offenses. Though he is now one of the most effective members of Alcoholics Anonymous, he still smokes and drinks coffee, but neither his wife nor anyone else stands in judgment. She sees she was wrong to make a burning issue out of such a matter when his more serious ailments were being rapidly cured. We have 3 little mottos, and apropos, here they are. First things first, live and let live, and easy does it. All right. That will be it for this daily reflection. I hope everybody has a good day. Peace out and have a day.